Hello, my name is Liesl Naidu. I'm currently an intern clinical psychologist at one military hospital, so I'm finishing off my master's in clinical psychology. I met up with AUTHeR when I was doing my undergraduate degree at Stellenbosch University. This is where I met Dr. van Skalkwyk, who was busy doing a community upliftment program called Blue Bus Ministries. Here she was implementing an academic success program called Success Club. This was based on positive psychology principles and where I was introduced to positive psychology. I saw the difference that it made in the community, the sustainability of the program, and I wanted more of this. So after I finished my honors in psychology, I then applied for a master's in positive psychology at Northwest University. This is where I officially became part of the AUTHeR program and met the AUTHeR team.
I'm Jaco de Jager. I'm a final year PhD candidate at the Northwest University and a senior business advisor at PKF here in George in the Southern Cape. In terms of the capacity in which I got involved with AUTHeR, it's quite an interesting story. I've been involved in the financial services industry and the business advisory field for a number of years, and then I enrolled for a doctorate in business administration through a university in the United Kingdom. I completed the initial coursework, but when I got to the thesis phase of the study, I realized that the initial methodology that I was trying to use in my research was not really compatible with the nature of the study itself. So I then realized that I would have to make some serious changes and incorporate qualitative research. However, this was a methodology that I'm not that familiar with. And I was fortunate to then meet Dr. Christy Nissen from AUTHeR, who was willing to supervise my studies. And from the very start, she was highly supportive and willing to help and guide me. And we were then able to take hands with the Northwest University Business School as well. And I was able to get approval to commence with a PhD. I'm now in my final year of study and incredibly grateful towards AUTHeR for their support in my journey.
I'm Arnel Heisamen. I'm a social worker, and I got involved with AUTHeR when I enrolled for the MAP degree in 2017. That's the Masters in Positive Psychology.
I'm Dr. Lynn Preston. I'm a registered educational psychologist at the Health Profession Council. I have been in practice for over 14 years now, and I've had my doctorate for just as long. I work in the area of medical psychoeducation, and my forte is trauma intervention in impact phase. I got involved in AUTHeR quite a few years ago, and I've been with them for quite a long time. But initially I did a master's in Transdisciplinary Health under Professor Pietro Besta and Professor Lanticria. But my interest with them has been for a very, very long time. As I'm an educational psychologist involved with health and health promotion, it was a very logical move to do another master's and to move over and to work in conjunction with AUTHeR. So I've had a long history with them after doing the masters. I still work with them with various projects, and I'm very satisfied and very happy with them as an entity. They're very supportive and they do help a lot.
And my experience, if I had to use one word, it would be life-changing. I didn't realize when I applied to enroll for the course that it would influence my way of thinking, my way of living, my way of doing for the rest of my life. So from the beginning, the personnel was just amazing. They were extremely professional, but I think the thing that really impressed me the most was that they didn't just teach well-being, health and well-being, they lived it. So for me, it was just amazing to see what impact it could make on a person's life. So especially in my own life, I extremely enjoyed all the subjects, and I really got to love the people there because they didn't treat you just as a student or just a number. It was a human being in which they invested, especially to go out and invest in the rest of the world. I love the classes that we had in the first year. It was lovely to see all the people again, all the students, especially the lecturers. And the next year was research and doing our dissertation. And the research is next level. We have worked extremely hard, but I'm very proud to say that I have completed my master's with AUTHeR, because I'm very proud of the standard of work. So I really loved every moment of it, and I could definitely recommend it to anybody and everybody who wants to become involved with AUTHeR. Life-changing.
They were incredibly supportive during this year, using unconditional positive regard, warmth, encouragement, and upliftment. This is what enabled me to finish my master's in 1 year instead of 2. They truly modeled the principles of positive psychology, and I'm excited to actually get back there to do my PhD with them. Thank you.
A very nice group of people, a very nice bunch of people, very supportive and very innovative. They actually really think on their feet, include you in everything, and it's excellent team spirit. And yes, I was very happy, and I hope to work with many of their projects in the future too.
In terms of my experience interacting with AUTHeR, it's truly been a wonderful experience. The staff at AUTHeR have this unique capability to uplift and motivate people. I think it may be in part due to the underlying culture that has been established within their department over the years. Since they are in the business of uplifting communities, this supportive approach, maybe it's also trickled down to the way they interact with students and researchers. They have a passion for helping people, and you can feel it. If you ever visit AUTHeR, you will experience the people. They are not just capable, but they're also friendly and accessible. So what I would say is that research can sometimes be quite a lonely process. So it's really helpful when you have access to people where you can just pick up a phone and speak to someone that have high levels of empathy and understanding. They are non-judgmental and supportive, and I found that quite uplifting and motivating. Finally, I would say in terms of AUTHeR and dealing with them, they follow a transdisciplinary approach, which is incredible, because who would think that a person from a financial services background could get involved with an organization or a department like AUTHeR, but their flexible approach and their willingness to function across disciplinary boundaries creates a very unique value proposition and brings a fresh perspective to other industries. Thank you.